Hey everyone, in this video we are going to build a market research app using GPT-4 Omni. So we just ask a question and give it some options, and we specify an N number, which is our population. And then from this demographic data, we create personas and ask them each specifically the question we're asking. Let's run this and see how it works. So we are asking if they prefer iOS or Android. These are the answers we're getting in real time. This is being plotted in Matplotlib. And when our program is done and the results are saved to a JSON file as well, along with all the answers. And these are the personas. You're an artist who earns $100,000 in San Antonio. So I created the demographic data kind of as an example. As you can imagine, you can completely modify this, expand on it, and all we are doing is really creating a F string with it and entering it as a system message. You can ask any question we like, for example, which is a better vacation spot, Florida Keys, Hawaii. We can add multiple more options too. Let's add Japan and Mexico. Let's actually add Tokyo and Cancun. We are asking to 50 GPT-4 Omni personas. Let's run this. And here are the answers. They seem to like Hawaii. And when our program is finished, we can take a look at the results and see the tally along with all the answers. So instead of actually, I'm going to do something different this time. Instead of reviewing the code, I will actually play a coding walkthrough video on how I coded this from start to finish. This video you're about to see is part of my 1000x Dev Masterclass. I have 9 other projects and coding walkthrough one of them. I update this regularly. This is available to my patrons, to $30 patrons and above, but you can also purchase this post for $50. Link will be in the description. All the files and the video will be available at the 1000x Dev Masterclass. So without further ado, let's see how to build something like this. So we have two files, two empty files, main.py and GPT call.py. Let's create a GPT streaming GPT call with JSON responses. I'm going to use Control K to call GPT-4O model. Let's try this. Write a function which takes in messages list and calls latest OpenAI SDK for GPT-4O model with chat.completions using streaming responses and JSON mode enabled. We want to do a web search, so I'm going to say at web and select this. Let's see what happens. It's searching right now. Okay, this is not exactly perfect, but it gets us there. It takes in a messages list, and we do want to call GPT-4O, and we do want to call chat.completions. Okay, we also want to create a assistant response, and then we want to create a chunk object, and these are supposed to be, of course, attributes with dot, immediately understands it and fixes it. And I just press tab to accept it. But we do want to check for this in a better way. Let's just do this manually. It should automatically suggest something. As you can see, this is what the Copilot Plus is suggesting. Okay, this should work actually. If the content of the delta is not none, let's run this to see if this works. And yeah, okay, great. It's just using a dummy message, but we know that this works. So now we can import this and use it. All we have to do is just pass it messages list. So let's say from messages. So we create a messages list. Okay, we'll modify this. So we create a messages list. We import the function from GPT call.py, and we create a messages and we can just call it. But since we're creating a market research, we need to create some personas. Let's ask with Control K. Let's ask, I want to create a dictionary with list for income, city, and profession. Let's see what this comes up with. Okay, so we want something like this. Maybe, let's say, expand on these. Let's say we can expand all of them, expand all all these to 10 items. Okay, so something like this. So now we can actually use this data to generate personas. Let's try it with a comment here, create a persona. I would like to take a moment to talk about the benefits of becoming a patron. As some of you may know, in the last year and a half, I've spent 3,000 hours, over 300 projects as a patron. You will have access to all the code files so you can get inspiration and iterate quickly. Another benefit is that you'll have access to all my courses. And my most recent and most proud one, the 1000x masterclass, teaching what I've learned on how to code fast and efficiently. Also the Streamlit course and the Fast API course. In my Patreon, I also have tiers in which you can connect with me one-on-one. Check those out as well. Starting as you are dot dot dot, then use data to create a persona with the F string. I guess we could say the persona is going to be an F string like that. So you are we don't need to import random. You are like it's going to be you are an engineer who earns this much in this city, right? So this is a quick persona generation. Let's say we can definitely expand on this. Now we want to pass this persona as a system message persona, and then we would like it to answer some questions, right, for us. Let's try this. Get a question and answers object or dictionary, let's say, which we can ask to the model. No, not like this. Let's actually create a question. For example, the question is, would you choose to live in San Francisco? And um, let's make an answers list. I'm not sure how to do this, yes or no. And then here we can pass the question, maybe with an F string. Please answer this. Okay, we can say, please answer following question. Okay, please answer the following question. We ask the question and provide an answer from the following options. We provide the options. So now if we run this, so this is going to be a single instance of this. Okay, we do have to include in the persona generation, please answer with a JSON object. We do have to pass this when we're using JSON mode. Let's see what happens. Okay, actually, we got a lot of no answers, but I wasn't recording then. We are actually now printing the persona too. Let's try this again so you can see a few examples. You're a doctor who earns 60,000 in Phoenix. Answer is no. This person doesn't want to live in San Francisco. This person says no. A lot of people say no. Let's add a reasoning as this object, let's say, and the object is going to be, we have to do reasoning. Let's make a reasons. Let's add a reasons. Few short reasons, let's say. Why reasons for answering. And then the answer to the question. Yeah, we do have to do it like this, I believe. So now we should get a reason. Let's run this again. San Francisco is a very high cost of living, which could offset the benefits of my current salary. And then it says no. Let's run it again. The cost of living in both cities is quite high, but the culture seeing job opportunities. This person was living in artist in New York. Let's try it one more time. Nobody wants to live in San Francisco. I don't know. Let's say Denver. Okay, we do want to make this calls a whole bunch and considering factors. Okay, this person doesn't want to live in Denver. Yes, okay. So we're getting varied answers. So what we want to do is, I'm just going to select all of it and we want to make this parallel. Let's use threading. I guess we should have made this function an async. I mean, using async would be so much better. Using threading, let's say, and get, let's say, n many answers at a time, and can be custom defined. So let's see how it modifies this code. Let's accept this. So we're going to get 5 answers. So what we did is we create a function to create a persona called GPT thread, okay, and creates messages and calls the function. This is our question and answer. And then for this range, we're creating a thread. Let's say we want to print the results as they become available and save to a JSON file along with the question and answer options. They say nicely indented. So this is gonna go over this. Okay. Yeah, it's creating a result and saving it. Are we printing it? Yeah, I guess we print while we dump. So let's run this for 5 times. Let's see what happens. Okay, yeah, all right. We do get the results. Oh, but we get the results. Like we want cumulative results, right? So I mean, this just saves it. What answers response? We wanted cumulative results. We just want to save the cumulative results. I should have just said just now. It might just remove this persona in the question. Did it make a difference? Let's see. We'll find out. Okay. Let me try a different prompt. Okay, I'm going to ask it like this. We want to accumulate the results and save the final tally along with the questions and answers. Should do it. Okay, we are now keeping tally. It should work. We are automatically printing the terminal anyway. So let's see what happens. So we are going to save it to results.json once we get all the answers. Although maybe, oh yeah, okay, it appended it, tally. So we do need to delete this and run it again. Okay, so 4 people said yes, 1 person said no. We can try for something else. We can actually try, let's say, let's increase this to 50. Let's ask 50 people. And let's ask San Francisco again. Okay. Oh, I guess I was supposed to delete this maybe. Oh, we are also saving the responses. Okay, that's nice. Results. Okay, we got only 21 answers. Don't know what happened there. We said 50. Now I'm running it again. Not sure why that happened. Oh, I think it's because we are trying to override it. We are getting an operation was attempted on something that is not a socket. Maybe we are writing it in real time, possibly. Let's not do that. Let's write it final results. We want to write the final tally at the end once we have all the results. Okay, we are making some changes. So hopefully this should solve it. because I think we were writing it each iteration. That's what we asked anyway, so it was correctly followed our instructions. Oh, hmm. Yeah, we are getting this weird error. Let me ask it. We are getting this error. So this control key doesn't really answer questions. I'm not sure why this is, but hopefully it'll fix it. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, so now we're no longer getting the error, and we are getting 50 answers. Yeah, okay, error. We got 4 errors. Okay, so it just, when it's an error, it appended this error. So if we were to do this in async fashion, we would do so much better. Let's do this then. Let's add this, right click and add it to chat. And let's add this to chat. And then let's ask it, let's invert our code base to use async IO and async functions instead of threading. Should be better anyway. So GPT call can copy and replace this and the other one once it's done. Okay, let's grab this, put it right here, and try it one more time. Let's delete this. Okay, there are a few mistakes here. We are importing OpenAI and calling acreate. There is no more acreate. The you use async option of OpenAI. We need to, from OpenAI, import async OpenAI, and then I believe we need to define OpenAI equals async OpenAI. This should fix it. So we remove the acreate. Let's try this. Okay, that's great. So now we shouldn't get any errors. I'm hoping. We got results and we got 50 no's. Nobody wants to live in San Francisco, which is surprising to me because I believe I would like to. Anyway, but so the way we set it up, this is how it works. We ask a question, we create random personas based on income and stuff, based on different cities and professions. And then we can ask a question, provide answers list, and then we get a JSON object. We call it n many times, and then store it in results. But I'm going to try one more thing. I'm not sure if this will work, but can we display the results on a matplotlib in real time as they become available? Let's try this. It's doing a lot of fixing. Let's close this here. Okay, so it's going to try to plot. Let's see if this will work. Okay, it only created the plot in the end. We were hoping created in real time. We would like to see results on the plot in real time as they become available. Let's see if this will work. If not, we'll try Opus. Okay, it's making extensive changes. I accepted that. I'm gonna try. Let's break out of this and try again. See if we'll get a real-time updating plot. No, we're still not getting it. But we're gonna get it at the end. No, we didn't even get it at the end. But our results are being saved. Let's change this to Opus and ask it again. We would like to. Okay, we would like to see the results in real time, updating the plot. We're asking Opus. This is going to, of course, be slower. So I'll be right back after the changes. Okay, from what I'm looking, there was actually a very small mistake. The update bars weren't passed to this function. That's all the change. Okay, it's also adding other funk animation. Let's accept this, run it. Oh, it's not responding. I think we got an error. I'm actually going to go back to a previous plot. When you're undoing with Control K, you do have to wait for, yeah, you do have to undo all the stuff that you've written as well. But we're now back to where we were using async IO. Let's run this to make sure this works. Let's delete this. Okay, this works, but let's ask Opus again, directly Opus, before we have added the plots. Okay, we would like to draw the results on a real-time matplotlib plot, which updates in real time. Let's see, this will work. Sometimes it's better to start from scratch. We're not starting from total scratch, but at least we went back to before implementing the plot at all. Sometimes trying to fix an erroneous code can be more difficult, but Opus should handle this, I'm hoping. Okay, I accepted the changes. Let's run it. Okay, we have a real-time updating plot, but we are only getting no answers. So let's test this with another question. Let's ask, do you prefer iOS or Android? And let's run this again. Now we're going to be able to see the plot being made in real time too. Here we go. This is pretty nice. Okay, sometimes we're getting other results. I'm not sure why, but this works overall. Let's actually ask, let's select all of this and ask GPT-4 to comment to explain how the code works. Okay, we now have commented. Let's also try this. Let's add this to cursor, and let's add this to, which one do we add? Let's add the main.py to cursor as well. And let's ask, please create a readme.md file explaining how the code works. Let's create a readme.md. Okay, see, it's writing something here, sh or something is breaking this out of this code block. So we can try it like this. We can do Control K and copy this code, paste it here, copy this code and paste it here. I did the Control K at an empty README file. And let's ask here, please create a readme.md file explaining how the code works. So you can write it directly in here. Okay, let's accept this. I'm not going to review it. Hopefully this is correct, but we can at least take a look at it. How to do open with Markdown Viewer. So this is a general explanation. So this is nice. So yeah, we did a whole project. This was actually the inspiration behind a website I created and deployed. This was with Django. It's skipeople.com. You can go and visit it, play around with it. This was using GPT 3.5, but it's a very similar idea, nevertheless. I hope you enjoy this. Let me know what you think. I would like to take a moment to talk about the benefits of becoming a patron. As some of you may know, in the last year and a half, I've spent 3,000 hours, over 300 projects as a patron. You will have access to all the code files so you can get inspiration and iterate quickly. Another benefit is that you'll have access to all my courses. And my most recent and most proud one, the 1000x Masterclass, teaching what I've learned on how to code fast and efficiently. Also the Streamlit course and the Fast API course. In my Patreon, I also have tiers in which you can connect with me one-on-one. Check those out as well.